Hi friends, welcome to the Element 1 Part 3 questions and answers practice session. Most of the questions are covered in our video notes, but still we will be looking all these questions and their answers here. Friends, our first question is, what are the responsibilities of senior managers and directors in an organization? So friends, the answer for this will be to ensure that the right organization of all structures with clear roles and responsibilities are put in place. It means the total organization is properly done. The organization of all the job roles, all the structures, all the roles and responsibilities of everyone are very clear in the organization. So all this will be ensured by the manager and the director. Similarly, a director or senior manager is appointed with specific responsibility for health and safety so that it can be championed at board level. This statement means the role of senior managers or the director is to make sure that all the health and safety which is maintained in their company is very much of par level, and it must be given top priority in the board level meetings. Then you can write to ensure that one or more competent persons are appointed to assist the organization in meeting its health and safety obligations. They have to make sure that competent persons are always available in safety positions to make sure that all the health and safety rules are followed up. Next point you can write to ensure that contractors are engaged and managed correctly, demonstrating the organization's health and safety responsibility to their third parties. Then you can write to ensure that the health and safety performance is reviewed on a regular basis. Then to ensure that objectives are being achieved and that the objectives and measures in place remains valid. Now our second question is, to which all categories of people does an employer owe a duty to? This question means to whom all the employer of a company is responsible for his actions. So we will be seeing how to write the answer for this question. So the people who might be in their workplace but not carrying out work on their behalf, such as the visitors. So to them the employer will owe his duty. Then you can write people who might be outside their workplace but are affected by their work activities, such as the member of public who is passing by, or the public who resides near the factories or your organization. Then you can write their own workers. Similarly, you can write other workers who might be working within their workplace but they are not the direct employees, such as the casual workers, agency workers, or contractors who are working in an organization. Then you can write workers who are not their employees and are not working in their workplace but are carrying out on their behalf, such as the contractors working on behalf of the employer at someone else's premises. So they are also responsible for the any actions of these employees. Now friends, our third question is, what are the consequences for an employer of non-compliance with health and safety legal responsibilities? So the question is, what will be the after effect if the employer of a company is showing non-compliance, if he is not following up with the health and safety legal responsibilities? So the answer for this question will be the formal enforcement actions taken by the enforcement agencies against this employer or this company, which can be in the form of issuing warnings, giving a time limit, and the temporary suspension of the work activities, which normally happens in all countries. Then you can say the prosecution of the organization in the criminal courts, like successful prosecution might result in the form of fine, also hefty fines, which will be charged to the companies. Then we have the last but not least, the prosecution of individuals such as the directors, managers, and the workers of the company, which is possible by the enforcement agencies. This successful prosecution might result in punishment also in the form of fine or in the form of imprisonment. Now our fourth question is, what are the role of enforcement agencies? So friends, for this you can write the answer. The providing advice on health and safety matters to employees. Yes, the enforcement agencies can advise, can give instructions to the employers to how to follow up on the various issues. They can investigate various workplace accidents and incidents. For example, even in GCC, if any big accidents used to happen, the enforcement agencies, they have the rights to investigate the workplace accidents, and they have to provide the report to the corresponding ministries. Similarly, even after giving the advice, if the employers are not following up, then these enforcement agencies, they have the right to take formal enforcement actions to force these employers to comply with the health and safety standards. So these are the roles of enforcement agencies. Now we have the last question. What are the responsibilities of the client and the contractor where a contractor is working in a client's workplace? So we will see how to write the answer for this question. So here we can write the client would be responsible for the workplace and the environment, and the contractor for the job what he is doing, which they are carrying out on the work site. Also you can write both parties would be responsible for the health and safety of their own workers, but they would also be responsible for the health and safety of other people who might be affected by their work. So the contractor would be responsible for the safety of the client's employees if they were carrying out work that might injure the client's employees, because they are working on the client work side, so they are responsible for their work actions which they are doing on client side. Then you can write the client might be partially responsible for the safety of members of the public if they might be injured by the work that the contractors were carrying out. In this way, the duties and responsibilities are shared by both the client and the contractor. We will use an example to understand this last statement. Consider a company is working and the client and contractor is there. So if a contractor is working in that company, if any actions, if any incidents happen inside the company, then there are huge chances of people getting affected by that accident. So in that case, if the client people are affected, then the contractor is responsible. Similarly, what will happen if any public outside of this company comes and get into this incidents or into this accident because of the actions of contractor, then the client is responsible for the action, because the public the civil laws will be against the client